Hey everyone, it is Scott Brown here on day 54 of the 90-day Facebook Live Challenge. And we're back in Fort Wayne, Indiana tonight after a beautiful week of sunny Los Angeles, California and Ensenada, Mexico. And I say sunny because it was overall sunny, but it rained for the last couple days there. And it's unusual for it to rain as often as it has in Los Angeles over the past couple weeks. So we thought we left the rain behind us when we came back to Fort Wayne, but we came back today, went to the grocery store this morning, and had almost like a small blizzard blow through for about an hour today. And when that left, all of the snow turned to sleet, and the sleet turned to rain, and the rain turned to ice. So we are now sitting here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, covered with a beautiful layer of ice. And I was walking the dogs tonight. I was thinking about how deceiving it looks sometimes when you think that you're on solid footing, but underneath your feet is the thing that is going to cause you the most pain. And it might be ice, maybe that thing that causes you the most pain that others don't see, maybe it's humility, maybe it's hubris, maybe it's overconfidence, maybe it's the knowledge that you have or the knowledge that you wish you had. But all of us have some sort of a fatal flaw that others, when they look at us, would be surprised to know that we hold that within ourselves. And I think about this tonight also because Kelly spent the day today writing reviews. And part of the review process is always to do with self-review. But if you're not in a corporate environment, you're probably not going to do either a performance review or a self-review. But I think that self-review process is something that's incredibly helpful if you're trying to figure out what those fatal flaws are, what those things that are hiding in plain sight that can easily derail you and can easily cause you the most amount of pain, even though they seem to be the most invisible when looking at you from the outside. For me, it's always been, and it's something I still struggle with, that voice in the back of my head that says, you're not good enough, that what are you doing, that you're not the person that people want to listen to. And I know that it's a silly thing to hold inside me, but it's something I've carried around from the time that I was a kid. Something I've always struggled with. I struggled with it throughout my entire career. And I always struggle with that little voice of self-doubt that wonders, am I good enough? And I think there are a lot of you that probably suffer with that same voice, and maybe it doesn't say the same thing, but there's something echoing in the back of your mind that you know it's not the thing that should be holding you back, because you hear from everybody else and you know that your results speak volumes about what you can do, but there's always that voice in the back of your head that makes you wonder about something. And sometimes that thing that you need to do the most is the thing that you are afraid of the most. And I think one of the things that you can really use to help work through that is, I hate to say it, but it's like a personal SWOT analysis. What are the strengths and weaknesses, opportunities and threats that are within your control, that are within your life, within your career? And you might be surprised at how many people are out there that want to help. That want to help give you a hand up, that want to help get you past whatever the hurdle is, because they believe in you, because they need you to be a better version of yourself. But you need to be able to reach out and ask them. And you can't reach out and ask them if you don't appreciate whatever it is that's holding you back, because there's probably something out there that's holding you back. So a lot of the work that I do centers around leading teams, helping individuals who are moving into leadership positions learn how to manage and lead others more effectively. And one of the things that I find that people struggle with the most is the concept of vulnerability. That they hear about, Brene Brown, they hear about you need to be vulnerable, but they don't understand what the term really means. And being vulnerable has nothing to do with exposing yourself for manipulation of other people's emotions. What vulnerability is, it's saying that I have this thing that I know that you can't see, but I need help in developing. It's reaching out and asking for help at the time when you need it the most, but you want to ask for help the least. And that voice in the back of my head that wonders, am I good enough, keeps me from asking for help all too often. And I know I'm not alone because I hear it from other Toastmasters, I hear it from people I work with, I hear it from clients, I hear it from customers, I hear it from people at every level that they struggle with asking for help. Because for years, asking for help was deemed to be a sign of weakness. And vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. And asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of strength. Having the courage to address whatever it is that frightens you most about yourself, that people would be surprised to find that you carry around with you because they can't see it, that is certainly a sign of strength. So as you get ready for your Monday and you start to move into the next work week, ask yourself, who can I ask for help? How can I identify those things that might be holding me back, but shouldn't be? And what can I do to build a better relationship with somebody because maybe they're going through something that they're holding inside of them that I can help them with as well. Remember, leadership is not an individual endeavor. It's without a doubt a team sport. And we're all in this together. So whatever you do tomorrow, remember, just because something is holding you back in the past doesn't mean it has to hold you back in the future. And just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. But it does mean you can take the steps you need to make sure you're on solid footing in the future. So be safe, my friends. Have a great night, and I will see you on Monday.